Okay, it's Virgo season. Ooh, okay, I'm excited because I'm really starting to see what this means. Okay, woo, and I'm starting to understand. Like a lot of things are coming together for just me on my personal path alone and the work that we've been doing here at School for the Fool. Because, you know, these readings are all connected, and then to watch the beautiful patterning that's all being created and to watch how things are starting to line up and come together. And it's really during this time. And the message they shared with me, I'm just, wow. It's quite the message. It's connected to the cards we received when we last met. And in between, we had a happy belated birthday message to Leo because it was deserved. You know, Lionsgate has always been a massive time of expansion, and I know myself too, also personally, I've really, like, it hits me hard. I didn't even realize that there was no birthday reading done. I had to come back to reality. You know, I do a lot of work with the collective and the creation of part of New Earth here and what's happening and the breaking apart of the old, and, you know, meeting a lot of people on the path as well, not just what we do here, but been meeting a lot of people that are on the path, that have been on the path, like a lot of first wavers, running into them in real life in the 3D. And that's also been pretty cool too. It's just me, like, you know, running into these first wavers and meeting up and hearing that their, you know, their messages are lining up to what's happening here. We got a message that we're, you know, we're connected from a cycle 1 to a cycle 5 and a cycle 5 to a cycle 1. And it's like we're having a beginning to have a transformation, to have a transformation, to have a beginning. Because everything is always within the flow and connected, right? And, you know, just sharing messages and getting a chance to just connect. It's been a blessing. But, guys, there's a big message here. Let's get to it. We're going to get this message. And, of course, it's they've shared much of the cards we're about to speak about within the Patch Tarot, and there's a reason for that. It's really easy to see the connections. They've done such an incredible job. We love Patch and Spirit Science around here. We're friends. And we're becoming friends with everyone, right? We're learning how to love thy opponent, and we know that loving thy opponent doesn't mean taking abuse. It means sometimes putting up a boundary, cutting off that energy, pulling out the charge, and walking that other way and creating over here and seeing what comes to you over there. That's also what they've kind of shown me is what's happening between the masculine and feminine energy. So let's take a look at this reading. Message information. And then we're actually going to have a reading and build off of what's happening here, okay? All right, so this is where we're currently at, and we're going to be receiving this message in a minute, okay, guys? But this has to do with cutting away from our past. We're going to cut away the roots of our past, and we're going to transform with the energy of us. And we know that this is connected to our new beginning. We're actively moving forth. We're setting forth, and we're connected to this white rose, which means we've achieved purification, and we are a level of purification, right? Because we're always transforming here, guys. We're always expanding. We're moving forth. There's a connection to that dog. We're going to find out what it is soon, too. Now, things have been unequal. We're restoring the balance, and this is with the masculine energy. That is the Six of Pentacles, but I love in this deck, you can see it's unbalanced, but the pathway there. From the 3 to the Ace to the 2, we know we're restoring balance through the 2 right now. That's the message. Now, the Chariot is here, and the Moon is helping us to restore this balance, heal, and move forth. Home. We're being gifted, and it's the connection. We're understanding we're connected no matter what. We're seeing this now. There's an offering of love because the feminine is creating with spirit within this cup, and the masculine is moving forth because he's being attracted back towards Tour because of what she's creating with spirit in this cup. And it's connected to judgment, resurrection, and the work that's being done with temperance. This is connected to the Two of Cups and the alchemy between the mother and father energies right now. and the coming together. We're going to find out what this is connected to. Also, okay, now moving forth, they've shown me this is connected to this part of the message. The feminine is creating within the Princess of the Cups. This is connecting to the Queen of Pentacles energy, and the Queen of Pentacles has a staff, and this is connected to the fire energies. And I want you to see, look at this cube. Look at that freaking cube. Good job, Queen of Pentacles. Good job, Queen of Pentacles. Like, look, she's forming with her own patterning. She's creating with her own patterning. And look at that desert-like conditions. Look at that. She's creating through it life. She's restoring life. And here's our connection, we know, to the Sagittarius energy, the Nine of Wands, adding the positive charge to all the negative situations. This is the connection to the masculine and feminine right now. This is what's being repaired. And it's being repaired through the Prince of Pentacles. This is what they're showing us. Okay? Now, it's connected to this patterning here, and this is a shamrock. And it's connected to luck, but it's luck because we're following our synchronicities and signs. Now, look at within this cube. And within the sphere, there's a cube. The masculine and feminine energies are connected and creating. You can even see it. All the symbolism is here. This right now is connected to the sun. Coming together of the masculine energy with the inner child. The masculine energy is connecting with the heavens, connecting with the zodiac. It's very beautiful. It's part of the transformation right now. We're being forced to go towards the unknown. We're being forced to go towards the heavens. We're being forced to look at the sky, look towards the sky for answers right now. This is the time that we are in. It's connected to the devil. The devil energies. We know that the towers come in to help us with this energy, and that's our connection to Uranus. So spirits come on in, working with the divine, because we're gonna face these shadows energies. They're being burnt away. And this is connected to the work that we are doing here. We have the masculine working with the feminine through the Three of Pentacles energy, and that's our connection to our ancients and the pyramids. We're working in order to figure out how to heal from the devil energies, the separateness, addiction, overstimulus. But we need the energy of Taurus and the Hierophant in order to do so, because it's going to help us to heal from this. This is why we're working with the devil, our suffering. It's a way to cope with our suffering, but it doesn't actually get us anywhere but back here. We want to get here. We want to expand and heal with our chakras, our divine blueprint, Christ consciousness, the inner child, expanding with life, with great Mother Earth, with the feminine energies, working with the masculine energy properly. So the feminine being the matter that houses the masculine, the energy. So here we go. We're going to end suffering with surrendering, and we're going to surrender to transformation. Change. Two of Pentacles, guys. This is the flow. We're surrendering to the flow, just to the way it is. This is going to help us do solar plexus healing and work with that Capricorn energy. Okay, here we're working with Capricorn. This is where we're working once again with the Prince of Discs, and we've already seen the Prince of Discs. This is our connection to the King and Queen of the Earth, the Pentacles energy. And right now they're expanding with the energy of the Zodiac. That's what she holds within that wheel right there. There's the fish to symbolize the connection to the Two of Cups. The reflection of love, creating with love. Now, look, there's the tree of life within this image. We are supportive. We're also determined. And we're determined to have success. And I really want to actually show it like this, guys. Just let me move it over because it needs to be proper. I was running out of room on my table. This message is so big. My brother was like, you know what? My sister called and she's like, she's going to be here for a minute. She's got a freaking reading and a half on the table. Anyways, okay. So here we are. We're working together. We're understanding we're connected. So we don't even need to look at each other within this deck. We understand the connection, and there's a reason why. We're going to talk about that here within a minute. Because we're working towards success. That's what's happened. That's the time we're in. Because we've entered such a negative part of this transformation within the 3D. It's forcing us within the void. But remember, we're always creating within the energy of the opposite, so it's forcing us to see our connections and to connect. And what we're both going to do is the masculine and the feminine are going to make the choice to support life. You know, pragmatic. We're going to expand. We're going to have success in raising our vibration to new earth. We've connected to the heavens. This is connected to Venus. Now, this is all connected to, we know, that previous message. We're going to jump down to it now. The energies of new earth, our connection to Uranus. And we know Uranus going into retrograde is what kicked off the tower energies and this happening. Connecting us directly to the energy of Jupiter and our blessings. And this is our connection to Sagittarius, okay? And this is what Sagittarius is helping us to do. First of all, we're adding the positive charge. We have our endurance because of that. We're not in sloth mode. We have endurance. Because we're a working battery. We're manifesting. That is connecting us to our evolution. And look, the coming together of the masculine and feminine. And that is through resurrection. We rise. We shall shift. And that's our connection to the 8 of Wands and working with Mercury in order to shift. And now look at this. We resolve our issues and we free ourselves from the cage. Thanks to Spirit. Look at that. Spirit helping us to get free. And we know we've received so many messages. We are connecting to the Phoenix rising from the ashes, Spirit, right now in order to rise and transform into new earth. This is connected to Aquarius. We know Aquarius is connected to Uranus. Aquarius was formerly connected to Saturn, but is now working with Uranus. This is the gift of this energy. Well, it's pulling out the active charge. It's helping us to do so with our mind. But we're still working with Venus. And we need to remember that because we're going to speak to Venus very soon. Now, this is working with wrath and conflict. Ending aggression. We got to start with the mind. We got to pull out the charge there. So, how are we going to do so? We're going to ascend. We need to have ascension. So, we're going to work with Mercury again. Ooh, look at us. And there's our connection to Mesopotamia, the cradle of life, and our ancients. Now, we must have faith. We're not in despair, we're having faith. We're holding strong with the positive charge and the energy of Aquarius in order to transform. Look, from the heavens to the earth through us, guys. There it is. We expand. And what are we doing? We are ending crisis on the path of the moon. Thank you. We're connecting to our starseed homes and roots. This is part of us. And look, this is how we're feeling with the Matrix. But look at how long that sword of clarity is. And it's connected. It's connected to the moon. This is all connected to the time we're in. Okay? But before we go here, we're going to jump back to Venus. Now, we understand the gifts of Venus. Venus is connected to, of course, the King and Queen of Pentacles and working with the Earth. Because Venus is connected to Taurus and Libra. We're working with our generosity here when we're working with Venus. We're ending selfishness, and this is part of it. Walking into the golden ages. You have this ticket. You have this lesson. You are no longer selfish. I'm telling you, you've entered the flow. You understand this. You understand how to balance karma. You understand what this means. You're getting it. You're working with spirit. You're working with the divine. And look, we're grounding the heavens to the earth right here, but I want you to see how much water energy it's going to take for this process to come about. And our connection to the moon, to La Luna herself. Now, we also got the message of Neptune, and Neptune is helping us to work with Pisces, okay? Because, guys, we're going here. We want to walk here. But to get here, we had to take Eight of Cups journey, reunification, and we're going to walk forth and see there's our connection to Pisces. Guys, this is why I love the patch tarot cards. Now, where are we going? We're going to New Earth, prosperity, the prosperity of New Earth. And look at all what we've created within this cup. Guys, we've created so much within these cups. We just didn't create one thing to get to New Earth. We created so many things, and I want you to see the symbolism of those fish alone. Yin and yang fish. Look, we're walking forth to New Earth right there. It's connected to the trees of our truth, as well as Atlantis rising. And you know what? Infinite Waters just did a special on Atlantis rising. I gotta watch it. Guys, there's a connection here. Now, introspection. We're going within. Look, we're going to transform. We're going to make the connections we need. There is the masculine and feminine connected. Our connection to the sacred beetle as the sacred scarab beetle. And look at all that light. We're doing chakra healing here. Now, our ancients are here to help us to stay on target, to follow the path of the moon. It's following the light. The wolves are there. We want to stay on target. Now, look, we're going to have double helix activations. We know that this is the gifts that Leo is bringing. We're going to talk about that very soon, too. The Leo energy meeting up with Virgo, because it's all connected. We're grounding. What are we grounding? We're grounding happiness. The flow. This is happening within us. This is connected to this, guys. This is connected. Okay? And remember, Jupiter is here. Right here. Jupiter, Neptune connection. Now, we also found out we are working with the energies of Gemini. And this is what Gemini has to offer for us. We need to come together. We need to come together now more than ever. The mother and father energies need to make up. We need to make a truce, and we need to make a truce to create for the greater good of all and to move forth with the energies of New Earth. It's time, guys. It's time to create anew. And it's time to create with spirit and expand. So, what are we going to do? We're going to face our remorse. We're going to face our cruelty. We're going to face our fears. And it's time to transform. We got to add that positive charge. We know we do so with the Nine of Wands, right? But first, we're going to end confusion, frustration. This is the offering to make peace. Remember, we're creating within the energy of the opposites. And look at that. Thank you, Gemini. So we have to get out of this mental mind trap. We can create peace. We just have to deal with the conflict. And we have to remember the conflict is connected to the Three of Swords. So we have an ending. We have closure. We end our torment to begin again. Thank you, Gemini. And look, there's our connection to the sun. And we need to get there. This is where we're going. Right? This is where we're going. So, in order to do that, we're going to hop on over here. Because we know we've been working with Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is helping us to create joy from a lust. This is part of mission work and restore this connection. Now, look at that. This is also our connection to the sun. What do we have to do? We must see through our illusions of greed and the Seven of Cups. Thank you, Scorpio. And that's our connection to Venus. Now, we face our loss, our sorrows, and we transform. And this is working with the masculine energy because we know that Mars is connected to the Emperor and the masculine energy. We have to transform. We're drinking out of the wrong cup here. This cup's not connected to spirit. Now, this is the gifts of the time we're in. Virgo. But before we get this message, and I promise we're getting to it, we're just going to jump back and remember the gifts that Leo had to offer. Leo helped us to face this. It was more than facing the shadows. It was facing the tower moments that knocked the shadows off their game. Okay, that's what happened. So we found courage in order to heal with the masculine energy. So here we are. We're finding our passions, our strength. We're no longer feeling like a coward or weak. We're finding our strength to transform. Look at that. We're going to heal with our chakras. And this is the carusis, the energy of the kundalini. And this is connected to that serpent. And we're going to transform from that serpent that eats its own tail. We're going to shed our own skin. We're going to transform. We're going to connect to that eagle energy of spirit. Okay? This is connected to that scorpion energy of our sorrows within the Five of Cups. It's symbolism for transformation. Okay, guys? Now, this helped us connect to our passions and act with our passions. See? We are literally lit here. We're connected to the spark. This is the God spark, and we're acting with life. We're acting with this courage and strength of life. And this is the feminine energy rising. And what is it helping us to do? To pull out this active charge of hostility and end our struggles of the Five of Wands. And this is mission work. We don't need to battle. We must love through this. Bringing us forth, as promised, to the current time that we are in. Guys, we're going to be in hermit mode. And boy, have I ever been in this. Analyze, analyze, analyze. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. I really get this. You know, this meditation, we're going to connect to the divine. We're going to spend time with La Luna herself. She's going to help what's hidden come to light. Guys, this is the light. Our connection to the light within the dark. Look, there's going to be fertilization of the masculine energy being offered here of what's being created within this cosmic egg of transformation. It's connected to the serpent, so we know this is a very sacred time. Past, present, and future, that's our connection as well to this energy. We are directly connecting and creating with the divine within this space. Now, what are we going to be doing here? Oh, we're going to be doing our due diligence to what? Inner child healing. This is creating anew, guys. It's time for us to pick this up and to create anew. We have to heal from the past, what we're about to cut away, so we can really raise this vibration in order to connect. And remember, this is no longer about negligence, because this is about the Two of Cups, and we're going to go and we're going to finish, you know, getting all the messages from the water energies, because they've been really working hard. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces have been really trying to help us to connect and transform. That mother energy really leading the way. And we know also working with earth, both feminine elements working to create this new harmonic to raise the vibration. And it's happening through the Two of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Now, we're going to grow because of all this work that we're doing. We're not going to be in decay. This is where we've been, and this is what's happening. New growth. Remember, the fire burnt down the whole forest. Frick, the fire burnt everything down. It's all gone. It wasn't even a fire. This was some freaking toxic meltdown stuff going down. But now there's going to be new growth. And we need to remember this. Virgo energy is going to activate the remembrance of this and how sacred this time is. We know this little pumpkin here is connected to La Luna, as well as the fertility of life represented by this rabbit. Now, this is connecting us to, our legacy, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Discs, and working once again with Mercury in order to expand. This is creating with the Tree of Life. This is the patterning of life, okay? This is sacred. This is also working with our chakras as well as our own personal divine blueprints, okay, guys? We all have a unique divine blueprint that's personal to us. This is our expansion pathways, our expansion pack. And this is just, this sacred geometry is so sacred. Wow. And guys, look at New Earth. Look at it. And once again, too, we had to do this. This is part of New Earth. This is part of New Earth. Okay, guys? because we're happy. We're happy because we're generous. We've entered the flow. Now, remember, we're no longer in neglect. This is our connection now to what's happening over here. We know that this is what we're doing right. We're restoring connection between the masculine and feminine energy in order to connect to our divine inheritance and create new earth and heal from this, because we're expanding. So here we're working with the energy of Cancer, okay? That is the Two of Cups, creating the love from the fear, the equality, the connection, because we're nurturing. This is the feminine energy being activated. We must nurture. Okay, we're going to heal from gluttony. This is our connection to our abundance. The Cancer energy, once again, we're working with Mercury. Here, Cancer was working with Venus. Why is Cancer working with Venus? Because we're going to end our withdrawal, our stagnation, because of our Four of Cups situation. This is where we're feeling separate because we're like, oh, I created this, I created this, I created this. But you know what? This is the cup that's connected to Spirit. And Spirit's here. And Spirit's saying, hey, I need you to see what's in this cup. You may be thinking you want to know what's in these cups, or you already know this, or whatever is going down, whatever story this is of yours. You're feeling this way. But you know what? I need you to look in this cup. I need you to see what's in this cup, because this cup, it's for you. This is your path. This is your connection to Spirit. You drink from this cup, and this is like, you know, do you want to take the red pill or the blue pill? Well, Spirit's got that freaking cup, okay? Spirit's got the cup. Now, it's going to restore balance and motion. We need to heal from tension. This is the most important part that's being offered right now of this transformation, guys. We need to really, really, really meditate on what this means, okay? We need to release tension, so we need to create motion through the masculine and feminine. This is the sacred geometry of the masculine working with the feminine and restoring motion in order to move us forward. And we're moving forward, and we're going and raising our vibe up here into new earth. Now, they've also shown me an extra card that was on the bottom of the deck. I don't think we discussed this, but we did discuss these two. So we are working with the 5th house. This is our connection to the 6 of Cups. We are also working with the 12th house. This is our connection to Pisces, okay? And we know Pisces is bringing us home to new earth. But we're also working with the energy of the 9th house, and this is our golden ticket home. Okay? This is the energy that we're working with. As if it or they came from all there is, the philosophies and laws involved. Do it in a big way. Look, we're raising our vibration. And is that the moon or is that the earth? Look, we're creating within the void. Right? See that circle there? Sorry about the glare, guys. Now, we're working with our spiritual values. Long range thinking or travel. That's connected to working with Spirit. What is to be shared? We've entered the flow. We're generous. We need the energy of the 9th house. This is key right now. But everything right now they've shared with me, direct message from our ancients, is connected to the 10 of Wands and putting down our burdens from the Matrix. Now, before I shuffle up the cards and get officially ready to add on to the message, what I was speaking about that will help the masculine and feminine twin flame story heal is to really understand we're connected. To start looking at things differently from a visualization purpose. Here's your twin. And you guys are the same person. They're a split off of you, okay? You're a split off of them. So you guys can both do twice as much work a lot of the time separate than together at certain parts of the transformation. So we may be in separation, but it's like, because, you know, this is working out over here. This is working out over here. But when we understand we're one person, we can surrender a little bit more. And it's like, you know, looking at your life from a visualization point, place like a projector, and looking at it like a movie, and really visualizing the fact that you are one person, you are connected, but you have been split apart to go on mission work. And you know what? When it's your time to come back and unite as one, it's your time to come back and unite as one, and just start surrendering that. We have to start letting go of some of this stuff. We have to start getting lost in our relationship with the divine. That's where it really is happening, guys. It's happening with the spirit, with the divine, with Mother Earth. We're birthing there. All right, let's get this reading shuffled up and ready to go.